So today, we will be doing something a little bit different. Different to the point at which someone might say that it doesn't even belong on this channel. I mean, that's different. However, it doesn't matter because it's almost Thanksgiving. So let's get cooking. Welcome back, y'all, to the Simple and Beautiful Life Kitchen, where today we are using this kitchen for what it was intended for, and that is baking. Baking is absolutely one of my most favorite things to do ever, and my husband's his work, their potluck for Thanksgiving will be in 2 days. So I am in charge of some of the desserts. I will be making my famous to me cookies, and you guys get to tag along for it. So we have chocolate chip cookies coming today and red velvet cookies. However, the difference is I'm not cooking them today. I guess I can disclose that. I don't like talking about how I make my cookies much, so really and truly this video doesn't make any sense. But the key in my mind to getting a really good thickness on your cookie is to stick it in the fridge for at least a day. Don't touch it. So that's what I'll be doing. I'm getting the dough ready today. It'll go into the fridge, and then either tomorrow or Wednesday morning, they'll be baked. That's the secret. Now, tell me, what is your favorite thing to bake during the holidays? I often wonder if people actually enjoy cooking a turkey. I love eating a turkey, but cooking it, there's just like 1,700 million things that can go wrong. So cooking it, the whole cooking process can get kind of stressful. have my cookie dough. It is all wrapped up in parchment paper. You can pretty much wrap it up in whatever you have. I just had the most parchment paper, so that's what I used. And it will be going in the fridge. Most likely, I am not going to make these for 2 days. So it'll get nice and cold. Everything will sit together. Everything will start to work together. Cookies need time. They just need time to... When you bake, it's actually all a chemical reaction. We don't need to make it try to go so quickly. And now it's on to my second batch of chocolate chip cookies. Because you can never have enough, right? So I will be making tons of chocolate chip cookies and red velvet cookies and peanut butter fudge, which is kind of my favorite thing ever, because I'd say easily 99% of my diet is peanut butter, so if I can put it into my dessert, why not, you know? So I have my dry ingredients all mixed up. Time to get onto the wet ingredients, which for these cookies, the wet ingredients is actually, the sugar is actually included in that. So I told you this recipe has a little bit of a, changes things up a little bit in a good way. Alrighty. In my opinion, you can absolutely never have too much brown sugar when it comes to your chocolate chip cookies, because that's where a huge amount of the flavor comes from. So if you're ever thinking, should I do more? Should I do less? Always do more. I mean, it's a cookie. You're not eating it because it's low in sugar, so always do more. So the smart me just remembered that for red velvet cookies, the butter needs to be room temperature. That takes hours. And I don't like forcing it, like putting it in the microwave, because I feel like, me personally at least, I can never get the right consistency, the right temperature, the right anything for what would be actual room temperature. So those might have to get done tomorrow, which that's okay. Might move on to fudge, because fudge will pretty much last forever. That's a really nice thing about fudge. Everyone loves it for the holidays, and you can make it, you can make it early. There is a reason that people are able to sell decently delicious fudge in stores. I mean, if you've ever gone to a Bass Pro Shops and bought some of their fudge, they didn't just make it yesterday, and it still tastes absolutely amazing. So maybe a change of plans. We'll make the fudge today. And that one's a little bit of a workout, because you were stirring, I think it's 7 minutes. And when you start stirring, you're like, it's only 7 minutes. And after about 3, you're like, oh my gosh, it's 7 minutes. I'm not even halfway there. Okay, so we got butter and sugar, and doesn't that just look delicious? If I had zero self-control or any desire to go to the gym today, I might just eat this up right here. But I'm sure that I would feel like not great afterwards. There we go. Get all of that out. Did you know the nutrition of an egg is actually in that part? Not all of the nutrition, but a lot of nutrition is actually in that weird stringy part that hangs down. So, when you're making yourself some eggs, make sure to get that part out because it's good for you. And I guess since it's in my eggs, they're good for you too. Boop. Oh, the things you can learn online. Alrighty, you whisk in your eggs. And then comes your vanilla, and it's a lot. Now, I've always wondered how people who hate to cook, how do they manage on the holidays? Because this is what I look forward to. I can't wait until I just have free reign to cook as much as I absolutely want to, which is a lot. It's a lot. But the people who hate to cook, like, do they just dread this time of year every single year? Because at some point, every single person ends up cooking, you know? So, I've always wondered that. I just splashed this all over me. Nice. It's okay. Alrighty. Let me double check. Man, that looks delicious. Yeah, this time of year, it just makes me very happy. And in all honesty, if I could figure out the red tape behind selling food, I would absolutely sell food. I don't know if I'd ever want to open up a bakery or anything like that, go that far with it, but I could have people order it online. I would totally do that. But there's a lot of red tape to selling food. And that's a good thing. It really is. It just stops me because half of it I don't even understand. Stir it up. When you first start stirring it, you're like, whoa, this does not look good. It gets there. Don't you worry. Maybe that's the best. Maybe that's how you know a recipe is good. Is that the whole time you're making it, you're like, what the heck? And then when it's done, it all comes together perfectly, and you're like, oh wow, it really did work. I like to add the chocolate chips about halfway through stirring it. I also don't like to measure the chocolate chips. Because is there really a chocolate chip cookie with too many chocolate chips? I could see maybe too many chocolate chunks because they're bigger. But have you ever... Has that ever been anyone's first thought while eating a chocolate chip cookie is, this is way too chocolate chippy? If so, I don't know, I feel like a life analysis is necessary. You just can't be happy. If you can't enjoy extra chocolate chips in your chocolate chip cookie, you got problems. You got some problems. You got some problems. Okay. This is looking absolutely divine. I will get this into the fridge as well. Oh goodness, that looks so good. I might add some extra chocolate chips, I'm not gonna lie. Ooh. It's fudge time. I have used this pan to make fudge probably 10 years. To be honest, it wasn't even that great of a pan, but somehow it still cooks the fudge the best. I don't know how. It just does. Pay no mind to the mess back there. You just saw me making cookies. We got sugar. We will need our evaporated milk. You know, I'm trying to find a good spot on this side of the kitchen. And it's not typically a side of the kitchen that I make soap on because the oven's over here, obviously. And I don't do a lot of soap cooking on the oven. So, which means that I don't do a lot of filming over here. Okay, brown sugar, butter, whole stick. I like to have some of these whole marshmallows nearby because just in case you put the marshmallow fluff in there and it starts acting all weird or it's not enough, you just need one more marshmallow. I like to have that close by. And I know that a lot of people will go on a tangent about marshmallow fluff, blah, blah, blah. And I get it, and I agree. I totally agree, especially for chocolate. For chocolate fudge. The recipes that I see where people are just like, you can make it in the microwave. All you're doing is melting chocolate chips. Come on. Most likely, unless you just have a habit of feeding the people you hate, this food is going to the people that you love. Are they not worthy of more than microwaved chocolate chips mixed with some marshmallows that you are, for some reason, thinking it's okay to lie to them and tell them that it's fudge? That's not fudge. So when it comes to that, I agree. But when it comes to peanut butter fudge, I have actually never seen anyone make it without marshmallow fluff. You need that texture, where chocolate's supposed to be a little bit harder. Marshmallow keeps the peanut butter fudge a little bit softer. So, we're at the point where we boil 7 minutes. Let's go. doesn't that look delicious? Well, once the first batch of peanut butter fudge has been made, it's officially the holidays and there's no going back. So, happy holidays to everybody. My plans for the cookies, probably make them tomorrow. I will make the red velvet cookie dough tomorrow. And then I'm planning on making pumpkin pie bars as well. So we'll see. I do kind of have to remember that at my husband's work, there are all of 15 people on his team. So I don't know if 15 people can actually consume 200 people's worth of desserts, but I'm going to put them up to it. I think they're down for the challenge. So we'll see. Today has been an absolute blast. I love baking. I love cooking. And the only downside is that now, and this really isn't a downside, but I have no choice but to go to the gym. Let's just put it that way. Probably going to the gym now. Happy holidays!